Yeah, I'll finish more time. No, it's much more. Just put it on. That's no, and then I'm interview.
Okay.
Hi, Emma.
Hello.
Are you going to solve my problem at the end of the class?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Natu, you have a problem again.
Did I send you a problem? Like you said again.
Early because I won't have to type the script.
Oh, please, I have a question. So
Yes.
on the script, right, why is it that you only decided to put the, I think it was the control files that you put in /aura data, and the files were in like U01? Why did you decide to do it that way?
I'm not sure I'm following.
Like when you were doing the script the other day, I think you only put the control files in /aura data, and then the redo logs and all the other files were put in U01.
So all
you're breaking.
I'm saying all the control files are in /aura data.
Yeah, like when you were creating the script, there was one thing that you put in /aura data, but then the other stuff.
Orange and apple. Okay, give me the orange.
What?
I'm not sure.
Okay, never mind. But I know I remember at least the data files, you didn't put them in /aura data, right? And the redo too, they were not in /aura data.
Right. It's just based on what the question says, right? It says to multiplex the redo logs to those two directories only. So,
actually, I'm not talking about that. I was also, you said it's best to, because like I'm talking about the script that the SAMP script.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
I'm not sure. Anyway,
it's okay.
Maybe it will make sense. I thought I'd close this one.
So, Emerald, was the question telling you like to use just the two directory?
Yes.
Okay. So if you use more than that, you failed.
Yes, they were not supposed to be there. They were supposed to be in different directories. Your password is so complicated. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to create, I'm going to create the two databases. So I'm going to create Galaxy with I. That you did it, and I don't want to do it for you. So I'm going to create Galaxy with I. And I'm also going to create Heavens.
Yeah, that's good. Change the names because I already have it.
Yes, I figure. So I'm going to create the other one as well. So what's the other one? Heavens. Actually, it's best to wait a little bit because the memory might play. I'm gonna leave it here until it moves forward. Okay, so since we already put them at the other, I don't want to have to do it again. So we have our 4 table spaces that we're going to create. By now, everybody should have their scripts ready, right? By now, everybody should have their own scripts ready because those questions, you know, they're definitely coming create table space, multiplex redo logs, multiplex control files, establish a client connection, take a full database export, manually create. Those are definitely coming. Okay, so while it's creating, I don't even know what we can do right now because I have to wait until it's done. So Natu, you can share your screen. The time it's creating, it's gonna take a while. You can share your screen. I'll stop sharing my screen so you can share your screen.
Yeah, I have a little concern about that question too. The question, the multiplexing.
Why do you have a concern? Go ahead.
Because you said we should multiplex. Let me see if I have the question right here. Okay, multiplex redo logs to 2 different directories, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you said none of the directory, none of them the redo logs should be in our /data/galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the way I saw the question, I don't know if it was only me. I thought maybe where to multiplex and put it in these 2 different directories. Actually, the way I did mine, I put mine in our data because the question really didn't specify if we shouldn't put it in our data. The question was very, very unspecific.
You think the question was
Usually they tell us like put like two groups in /data/ whatever. They always
Remember, you
tell
have to
us
stop sharing your
where
screen.
to put it.
Right.
But this time around, they say divide it in 2. So
yes, you put them in 2 different directories.
But anyway, I can still remove it if I realize that maybe I did it incorrectly, right?
No, yeah. You cannot not just remove them. You can just move them to a different direction. That's it.
Okay, this is what it gives. It's already inactive, so but it gives this error for both database. I don't know why.
So this is a problem. I'm on target catalog.
Yeah, it doesn't connect to any database, and when I try to connect to my VNC, like to create a script, it gives you the error that I sent. Like that, the memory is full, but I've deleted things, even the same thing.
Hey, please mute yourself.
Okay, you see that, Emerald?
Yes.
Yes. So I don't know.
Okay.
Try to delete things. User 1, I try to create instances.
Hello.
It still doesn't work.
no, you're muted.
She's unmuted. I'm sorry, I had to mute everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Can you show your PuTTY screen? Can you do that on PuTTY? Show df-h. So we'll see. DF. Okay,
So it was almost full. It was like 99. I deleted some things. It went back to 90, but still.
The space you need is from /dev/shm. Okay. It's coming from, you see that? The third one. So it's not coming from you, from the root direct, coming from /dev/fhm. Now I want to compare what you have with let me check. I want to compare what's the normal size. I'm going to use, okay, yes, it should be at around 40% normally, but yours is at 70%. So it's too much. So let's go there. Let's cd to /dev/shm. Okay. List it.
Yes.
Okay. Can you do du space -sho?
Can we delete all of these? Because I deleted that database again. I dropped it, the database.
Yes, but when you delete, you need to make sure that you specify, you don't go and delete everything because there are some of them that you shouldn't delete. So I would do that on WinSCP. It's best to do it on WinSCP. Remove only the ones that.
So where do you want me to go? /dev/shm.
Yes, /dev/shm.
So which one should I delete for?
Remove the ones that you don't need. For example, if there is one for a database that you don't use anymore, remove them.
What about this one? Should I delete it or leave it?
You're still using TLS demo, right?
Yes.
Remove, try to remove the oldest ones. The oldest ones.
It doesn't show the date. How will I know the oldest one?
You can go to date and you click on the date. It will show from the oldest to the latest.
Well,
you see
just drag your screen.
Yeah, where you have changed, you click on the change, not size, change. Yeah, you need to increase the screen.
Oh, okay. I guess it's all mixed up.
Okay, you have some old ones from May. You can remove those and go all the way up.
So Emerald, what is this? The dev/shm.
It's a directory. And it contains binary files related to the database, precisely like to the memory, information about the memory. So that's why I don't want her to remove the recent ones, just the old ones.
Where is it being stored? In Oracle Home?
Where is it?
Where is it being stored?
You can see it.
/SHM.
That's so unfamiliar.
Okay. I think I deleted all the mail. Oh, what's, oh gosh.
If you click on changed, it's gonna arrange it, the date from the oldest to the newest.
Logical order, yes.
If I click here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Click again. Then you see the newest ones. I mean the oldest ones.
Okay.
Okay, you're good. I think now you should have enough space. Try to use DF minus.
So it means this work for all the database, right?
Yes, all the database, all the information about all of them would go there if needed. So it's for the whole operating system.
Okay. So I think that was for Windows CP. Is it the same? Is that the cause why I can connect to my?
Try DF minus H to see what it should be at around 49-50% because you need 400 megabytes. Okay, you're good. You can use it now.
Then this one, Emerald, because it's still gonna cost me a program very sure. They
okay,
use
good.
one.
Your UO1 is good. Okay, go ahead. Go there. Go to CD/UO1.
CD, Natu.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
CD, don't put the slash. No, just do U space minus SH from here. Because the problem can be coming from many different directories.
I should do what?
DU space minus SH.
SH all or just SH?
Space star. If you do just SH, it will show every single file. Okay. Yeah, so your DIAG, your ADR is full. I mean, is needs to be emptied.
What about this? What is this?
This is normal. This is product. That's where your Oracle Home is.
Okay.
So on a CD to DIAG. Check which one, because sometimes the listener can be the one causing issues.
Yeah, it is. That's the error that was saying that it wasn't, the listener wasn't recognized, something like that. So
Okay.
let's get into any issue of it.
Back one directory so we can see if it's RDBMS alert logs or listener alert logs.
So I should send it to
dot to the.
Oh, let me go back. Okay.
And DU space minus SH. Is this the listener?
The listener.
So go to the your RDBMS is fine. The listener.
It's not contain almost the space of a full database.
So many alert logs. Okay, CD.
CD to the listener.
Yes.
To this?
Yes.
CD to this again?
Yes.
Go to the outlet?
No, check which one. It can be trace as well. So use DU space minus SH again. Okay, so you have a lot in the alert and in the trace as well. So CD to alert. And then you can just remove all of them.
It's just RMO, if I remember.
I am all that
Yeah.
XML. It's going to take a while. Okay. What's the point? List. Okay. Now go back to the previous directory.
You want me to list?
Yeah. And go to trace. List. Yeah, you just say, did you just CD to trace? Wait,
Yes.
go one directory. Because I thought you had, okay, DU space minus SH. Oh. Wait, is the listener that's that heavy? Okay. CD to trace. I didn't realize that file could be that heavy. So go to CD trace. Yeah, you want to remove it.
It's like it just created this one. Something. Yeah.
Just remove all, right?
Yes, just remove it. It will recreate a new one automatically anyway. Okay. List. Okay. Use df minus h. So we can see.
DF minus H.
In the listener, or I go back to trace?
No, just here. You can do that from here. df minus
H.
Okay, you're good.
Wow, it went down a lot.
Yes.
So it's the same for the other database. Let me see.
This
For the
is for
database,
the
you're
whole
good.
database. It's for your whole server.
This for the whole server?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Natu, you're fine. You can go now.
Thank you, Emerald. I will try again for the VNC and see if you
Okay.
not, I will tell you at the end of the class.
But Emerald, I have the same of this this issue that Natu is showing like this. When
Just
I wanted to register
In
on
slash
no. Hello? Emerald?
Yes.
Yeah, I said when I wanted to register one of my database to the catalog, recovery catalog, it shows fail, package fail. One like the same, like the listener wasn't like up or what, same issue like that. But I'm fine with my space.
Okay. Okay. We'll go through it. Don't worry, guys. Let's first We only do until question 25, and then after that we will restart. If you have enough time before the end of the class, we just go.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. No, I'm not. Share my screen. I want to check your space because sometimes, okay, you're good. And I want to check your memory. Okay, you're good. So I didn't even have to wait.
Because I killed some earlier.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's creating. Now we can connect to Galaxy. So the thing to do the first is to create the 6 table spaces. So we already took the time to create those. I already took the time this morning, but you guys should have your script back. I'm just going. If you understand your own script, trust me, this exam is really not tough, not hard.
Am I right?
Ready? Yes.
Concerning the just quick question out of this this table space. I encounter the import and export of a table space. I just wanted to ask if it's okay to use the power file option.
Yes, of course. It's up to you. If you feel like it's making you go faster, no problem. It's just that I feel like personally, it slows you down to use a power file when you can just type the comment directly, you know. But it's up to you. Honestly, it's up to you. You can use a power file, no problem. As long as
because you didn't specify when or how when we should use the power file option. That's why I was concerned.
Option, basically, if when you want to use it, usually people would use the power file option if they don't want, if they just want the job to run, but they don't anyone to be able to see what's in the data that's being exported, for example, like for privacy, or it can be faster, or for some jobs, it's best to use the power file. Like there is a job that you can do that you cannot do when you just issue the comment. It's only when you put them in the power file it goes through. So there are some jobs like that.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some jobs like that.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so the table spaces are created. Okay, when the table spaces are created, always check, right? Select name from $V table space, right? And then select name from $FR. Okay, I know I have 6 additional table spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Yep. And then you have 5, 5, 5. Well, the good thing with table spaces is that if you have the table spaces, it means that you have all the files, because even if one file is incorrect, it wouldn't let you create the whole table space. So you can just check the table space. If it's there, it means that you're good. Everything else is fine. Okay, so why am I? Okay, so I'm just going to jump to the next question. Okay. Next question, multiplex the redo log to 2 different directories. One should be in /oradata/gala log, and the other one in /u1. So the first thing when you have new directories is to create those directories. Always, always, always. And I'm going to create the other one as well. It looks like nothing, but you know, when taking the exam, you can be so stressed out that you forgot to create a directory, and then you're confused. Where is that error coming from? You don't know where it's coming from. It's just because you forgot to create a directory. It looks like nothing, but trust me. it can really be confusing. So now that I created directories, I'm going to select the status, group number, sequence number, members. That's it. From the dollar block. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so we have sequence 1, 2, 3. Okay. Group 1 is inactive, group 2 is inactive. So you have the option to drop one or the other. So we are going to, okay, I won't just go and do the whole thing. I'm just going to drop the first one. I'm going to drop the first group, right? And then usually, and then I'm going to remove the file that we have. Usually it's best to select members, no, not members, member from $log file. Okay, so I'm going to remove the first one. Logically it's not there, right? I know that physically it's there. Okay, so physically it's gone. Now I can add the group 2, the group 1. And I'm going to add it in one directory. So this question is really optional. It depends on you. Depends on the space that you see have, right? If you see that you're struggling with your space in /U01, you can just put one group there. You know, don't need to put 3 groups there. But if you see that your space in /U1 is fine, you can put 3 groups and straight in Aura data. So it's fine if, for example, on exam day you only have like 90%, right? And you try to clear the space, it's not clearing, right? You can just put them, most of the groups in Aura data, and just one group in /U1, because it tells you to put them in 2 different directories. So you can just put one group in one directory. Are we good? So now I'm going to select again. Okay, group 1 is unused, group 2 is inactive, so I'm going to drop group 2. Okay, now I'm going to remove physically. And then I'm going to add it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check the status. Okay, now we have the group 3 that is current. You know, if you don't want to go, what you can do, right? If you don't want to go through the whole thing, you can create the other additional 3 groups while you're taking care of the group 3. Like putting it, switching it if you want. I'm doing it a bit differently, but you can do that as well, right? Because you definitely have more than one group created. Okay, for group 3, we are going to change the status. Take it from current to active, and then from active to inactive. Okay. So I'll just system switch. Check that. Okay. And then I'm going to check the status. It's inactive, right? So I'm going to drop this one now. Alter database, drop log file, drop log file, group 3. And then I'm going to remove the file physically. The last one. You know, you don't have, in that specific case, right? You don't have to remove it because you're sending them in a different directory anyway, right? But it's just to save space, and it's not used anymore anyway in the first place, so there is no need. But you don't have to. Okay, so database created, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we are done with multiplexing the Redo logs. Now you want to make sure you check. And this time we want to make sure that we specify the size as well. Okay, they are all 30, each group. Members, they will have 4 members, and we have 6 groups. So this is what we wanted. So we go to move on, right? Okay. What happened here? Group 1 is current, the other ones are unused. What happened? Inactive, it went to the next, okay, it went back to, okay, group 1. Okay, so this is for question 3. Question 4, multiplex the control files to 2 different directories. So again, first thing you want to do is to create those directories, right? And we are going to create the other one as well. Control-C, dir -pv. Okay, so we are going to create the control files. Okay, last time we did create the control files in a specific way, but this way I want it to be done a bit differently. You know, we have 2 ways to multiplex the control files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down the database and edit the PIF. But of course, you can use actual system set if you want. It's just that by going directly to the PIF file, I'm doing question 4 and 5 at the same time. And normally for the exam, those 2 would be 2 different questions. Okay, CTBS.
So what do you mean? You mean you can do the way you're doing now?
You can do both ways, whatever you're comfortable doing. You can just do actual system set control files, right? Or you can also do use the PIF file. So this is not new. Let me check. Okay, you don't have, why is it like this?
You don't have a PIF file.
No, even the way it, okay, it wasn't in order. Okay. Galaxy, he doesn't have it, so let's create it.
I had the same issue. Is
the script.
What script?
The script doesn't create a PIF file, you create it by yourself.
Yes. Okay, there we have it.
Emma, you've not shut down the database.
I did. What do you mean I didn't shut down?
You just, okay. I thought you started up before you created a PIF file.
Okay, so let's edit the PIF file. Where is it? Okay. So we have 2 different directories, right, for our control files. I want to move this one. I want it to be clear as possible. Okay, for the control files, honestly, I like to have everything on one line. I don't like when everything is, when you have things on different lines, but it's up to you. If you want to put them on different lines, if it works for you, fine. But personally, like when everything is on one line. And so make sure that you always remove the last comma. Every time you're editing a file, make sure you remove the last comma, because it's gonna give you trouble. Okay, control 3, control 4, and let's take it full screen. 5, control 6, and control 7, right? And then I'm going to, we have 2 different directories. This is the first directory that we have. And I'm place it here. I'm going to replace the first 3, and then the last one, I'm going to replace it with /u1/ctls. Please. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here we have 3 control files in /aura data and 4 in /u1. But it's up to you. I mean, it as you want, right? But we have 3 here and 4 there. Okay, what does, okay, let's first take care of those control files first. I'm not going to exit, I'm just coming here. Okay, let's go to /aura data /galaxy. Let's see what we have here. We have our control files here, right? So we are going to cp control 1, and we are going to send it to, /aura data /my controls. And we are going to name it control01.ctl, right? So there we have our first control file created. We're going to create a second one. Of course, it's based on what you put in your P file, right? So the first 3 are in this location and the other ones are in a different location. So I'm going to switch the location and I'm going to send them to /u01/ctls. So control04.ctl, same for 5, 6, and 7. 5.ctl, 6.ctl, and 7.ctl. Always make sure you want to list them. So I'm going to list the 2 directories. So this one first, we have the 3, and I'm going to list the other directory /u01, and we have the 7, right? Okay, so I'm going to go back and make sure that what I put in my P file goes with what I have physically. Okay, so I have the 4 in /u1/ctls, and the first 3 are in /aura data /my controls, right? Okay, now I can move on to the next question. What does it say? Change the parameter processes to 178. So here we have 150. I'm going to change it to 178. And then
comment on the memory target.
Comment out the memory target. So you just come here and comment it out, right? It's actually a good practice to comment. Yes.
Emerald, for a situation when you just have like the SG_target, is that still the same?
Exactly my question.
Okay, then you don't comment it out. The question says to comment out this specific parameter. So if you don't
have that,
you just leave it.
But why is that some database do have that and some do not?
Because out and you try to create, maybe you duplicated your database.
Yeah.
A P file that was commented out from a P file where memory target was commented out. So usually that's the case. For example, you see that later when we duplicate this database or clone it, you'll see that the memory target will disappear.
But on the situation, I just created a database using the manual way you taught us. But when I went to the P file, I can't see. I just saw like the SGA underscore target. I didn't see like the memory, but I didn't duplicate nothing.
Yes, it all depends on.
Okay.
It all depends on the database you're cloning from.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
But normally, when you create a database, normally with DB2, you should have the memory target.
Yeah.
I created my database with using DBC. I didn't have the system as a user, and I didn't have memory target.
Well, you click some stuff, I guess.
I click stuff.
Because this one we did it together, right? I did it last week, I think.
But ML, I didn't have even system.
What do you mean system? The table space system?
Yes. The user as in system/one-take-one, I didn't have it.
Oh, you mean the scheme? Why didn't you have system?
I was shocked myself. I didn't have it. And the database was good. It was up and running.
Are you sure you didn't have system?
I didn't have it. I wanted to do export and I didn't have it.
Maybe the password was incorrect. How can you?
It was I altered system identifier and I gave it a new password. They said there was no user assistant.
Okay, I'm not okay. Okay. You still have that database?
Now I've long dropped it. I've moved on.
I want you to see because that's very strange.
But when I use a script, I saw it. I had system. But when I used DBC, I didn't have it.
That's strange. Very strange. Okay. So we commented out and processes are set to 178. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the XP file that we have for Galaxy. I'm going to delete it. Okay. And I'm going to start up the database.
See allelock.
Create what?
See allelock. You know that error.
Thanks for showing this to us. This is so cool. Like
now this one is even more. It take more time than the usual one.
I don't think so.
For real, I did this one. It take a lot of time.
No, because we're talking. This one doesn't take time.
Yeah. Because you're answering two questions at the same time.
Right. And the thing is, normally on this last prep, I got most of the questions from our exam that we had in DB2. So this is one question, this is one question. So by doing the multiplexing, right, you're basically, because you will have to come to the P file anyway. Because the only way for you to comment out the memory target is to go to the P file physically, right? Mm-hmm. You cannot comment out the P file from SQL. So if you think about it that way, you'll see that.
Yeah, it's a mixed blessing.
Okay, so question 6, establish a client connection to Galaxy. Okay, let's go to TNS name. Network. Let's first add it here. Someone speaks French. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. So instead, remove this. Okay. So Galaxy and Galaxy. Okay, so I'm going to save it and I'm going to keep it somewhere. Okay, so again, I'm going to say it again. As you guys can see, I'm already here. But let me go back through the process. APP, client underscore 2 or client underscore 1, depends on where you put yours. Network, admin, TNS name, you want to drag it out. And then once it's out, you want to copy what you have here and put it there. Well, okay, this is a different, okay, I have to remove it. You didn't have to. Okay, I'm going to save this because they are different
Student ID.
hosts, different host names, so it will recognize them as different. Okay, so I'm going to establish a client connection. Simple, that's the first one that it says. And I didn't drag it back. That's good. Yeah, I have to remove this. First.
You say you only recognize the first one?
Yes.
The first database with the same name.
Yeah, yes, it will recognize the first one. From the server side, right? You can have two different database name with a different service name in the same directory. Like when you guys will use will do data guard, it's that can be done. But since it's from the client side, you have to have a different. Yeah, you have to have one name. TNS fee. It's not gonna go through. And so
You have not
I didn't
drag it back.
the file.
Okay, let me bring it back. Okay. Now let's establish the connection. Okay, now we're good. Please don't take this lightly. Make sure you have it. Make sure you install Oracle client on your computer. If you don't, and someone else marking your paper, I feel bad for you.
Emerald, please, I have a question. So I guess you can do everything that's related to the P file, like any changes that you can make on the P file while it's open, right? So that means the question 18 too, you can do that like right now.
Question 18?
Yeah, where you have to like change the archive log destination.
Yes, you can.
But the directory you must create a directory. The directory must exist.
Yeah, you can create a directory and at the same time. But some people do that though to finish fast. Honestly, I didn't do it. But some people do that. They know that those questions are coming, right? So all the questions that relate to editing the P file, they just put it somewhere. So they just edit the P file at once and you don't have to go back to the P file to edit. Some people do that. I feel like it can be confusing to go back and forth, right? So maybe it's like the question.
Also, so I know I mentioned that that script that you gave us, it doesn't edit the TNS name. So at what point in the script can you add that? Is it like at any point that you can add that, and also like to create the SP file? Does it matter at what point in the script you can add those two?
You can add it at the end.
At the end?
Do you guys remember the script that I gave you to echo to add the line, right?
Yeah.
You can add it at this point. You can use echo comment.
So even the SP file, or I think the SP file should be done last, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The SP file will be created automatically in the P file.
Yes, the P file, there we go, the P
You
file.
can add at the end, create P file from SP file.
Okay.
Even that one, don't do it in the create DB shell script. You will need to do that in the, if you want to edit. Well, for the people who are interested, I'm just going to take 2 seconds to show you. It's in admin that you have the script, right? Let's go to OR. Okay. No. Some people, okay, you have your script. So you want to go to clone DB creation. That's it. So this is basically where you would put. So you can just go all the way down. You see, I've just table restriction session, right?
Yeah. So after that, you just add create P file.
Add create P file from SP file, right?
Yeah.
And then you exit, you save.
And for the TNS names, I can add it in the create DB shell script.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
But you can add it to, I can even save it. He won't use it, so there's no point. But okay. But you can definitely do that and you'll have it. And let's create DB shell. The thing with create DB shell, okay, let's go. Let me see. Okay, so this is basically what you have. You guys remember that echo command, right?
Yeah. So can you do it like after you echo the Aura tab? You edit the Aura tab, I guess.
Yes, you can do it here, right? Echo,
Okay.
yeah, you can do that right here. You add a line like we did, you can add it here. So you put echo / target, right? You put all the P file, the TNS names information, and you make sure that everywhere you need to have the target, make sure you specify $target, right?
Yeah, and that should be at the bottom, right? Not right there where your cursor is. It should be at the bottom, right?
What, that echo?
Yeah.
Oh, it can be there, it's fine.
You just have to put space, right? Or
no, it has to be here.
Okay, right there. Okay.
Yeah. So you can do that as well. But I don't want to be like, give you guys too much script, then it's gonna look too scripted. Then I'll be done for it. But it's good if you try it and if it works, you can use it. That's fine. You save the time as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we establish a client connection. Let's move on to the next question. Take a full database export of Galaxy using DataFile. Okay. So I'm going to create a directory, mkdir -pv /data/mypump. So I'm creating it physically. I guess it's already existed. Let me list the directory to see what we have in there. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to create the directory logically.
Which day is the exam, please?
Excuse me?
Which day are we writing the exam?
Next week. I'll tell you guys on Friday.
What?
Okay.
Guys, no, just know it's definitely next week.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I hope we'll have a break.
Yeah, guys, don't disappoint me.
Okay.
Oh Lord.
No, you guys are good.
Oh Lord again.
You guys are good. Not worried. Okay, so we are creating the directory and then we are going to do the full database export, right? You guys can see that I use the NoHub because, you know, my connection sometimes is acting up and I don't want to have to be doing the same export over and over again. So I use NoHub, so it will be running in the background. And in the meantime, you're going to do the other things, right? Okay, to make sure that it's actually running in the background. Okay, that one is created. Okay, to make sure it's actually running in the background, I'm going to cd to the directory /coradata/mypump. And I'm going to check this specific log file. If it looks like it's still 0, it means that nothing started. So I'm going to wait a little bit. I want to make sure that the export is running, then I can move on to doing the other questions, because the last thing you want is to be doing other questions when your export is failing, because that export takes a while. Okay, you guys can see it's a full database export. So we're exporting the full database. And okay, something is happening. It didn't go through. Name the state. It didn't go through. If it's stuck like this, it means that something went wrong. So I'm going to check. Actually, no, it's going. Processing data. Okay. Yeah, it's going. Let me get this one again. Okay, it's going. It's going.
What does the log file contain?
The log file?
Yes, what does it contain?
Okay, from what you just saw me do right now, what do you think it contains?
I was just seeing, but I'm sure it contains metadata.
Really? The log file or the dump file?
I was not paying attention. Matter of fact, I didn't know. That's why I asked.
Yes. Okay. So I was saying that I need to check the log file to make sure the job is running, right?
Yes.
Why was I checking the log file? Because the log information about the job that's being run in the background. So I don't need to. You can see that here I use the NoHub option, right? So everything is done in the background, but from here I can see what's actually taking place in the background by doing the log file. Okay, the export is running. We can move on to the other question.
So when you put the NoHub, right? And if you don't have the NoHub, what you show or you see on your screen, that will be the information in the log file.
Yes.
Okay.
So okay, Emma, I'll see what the log file now contains.
Okay.
So is it a must that you must use the NoHub option?
Is it?
Like, is it a must on this question that we must use that? Can I just okay, that's fine.
If you know that you have a really good connection and you know that it's not around to be 10 p.m., you're good. If it's 6 p.m. and you have a good connection, you're good. It's just that I don't want bad surprise, like connection issues, and then it fails. It will fail, right?
Okay. So if you use that method, then your connection is not good. It's not going to stop it.
Normally, like people who are using PuDI at work, right? Some people use PuDI at work. They always use NoHub option to perform whatever job, basically. Whatever long job, whether it's backup or it's export or import. Because it takes a while and it requires connection. But you know that with PuDI, for example, with the advantage of VNC is that you can leave VNC and come back, you're good, right?
Okay.
The job run in the background, right? But with PuDI, it's not like this. Even if you have 1 second of disconnection, it will log you out. It will disconnect you. You know that. Even just one on PuDI.
Could you use the NoHub on Arma?
you can use the no-hub to connect to Arman. If you execute a script, you can use a no-hub. But not that you're connected to Arman and you use the no-hub. No. From the operating.
Why you execute a script? I don't understand.
What
like
I'm
you're
saying.
running a script.
Right. You're running an Arman script, for example.
Okay. Like a global script.
Yes, but you need to do that from the operating system.
Okay.
You see? Yeah. But you cannot connect to Arman and use no-hub.
Emerald, please, can you just minimize the other screen? Let me see the no-hub option. I want to see how it's, let me just see the script that you run. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Are we good?
Yep.
If you have an Arman script, you just use no-hub and then that Arman script. Even an Arman script on the operating system, you know, you run it, and then it will run in the background.
Well, maybe he's talking about no prom. Are you talking about no prom?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I said no hub.
No hub. Okay.
You know that when you use cron tab, the job runs in the background, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm talking. Let's say I have an Arman script that's called my script .arman, and in that script I have connect to it allows me in the script, right? It allows me to connect to Arman and to perform backup and all that, right? So instead of just running it, I would put no-hub. Oops. I will put no-hub and then I put / and I'll run the script. Are you following what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, can try that. Okay. Let's take a look at the next question. Take a full, okay, manually create, it's done. Create a user in Heavens for Heavens_on. So let's go to Heavens. So we are going to create user Heavens_on identified by password.
Emerald Heaven. Okay, you just added S.
Yes, that's because that's what we have here. Heavens_on. Okay, so now question 11 says grant DB2 to Heavens_on. So I don't need to grant the other privilege. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and grant DB2 to Heavens_on. Okay. Now I'm going to create a user in Galaxy. So I need to connect to Galaxy. Though the background backup is running, the export. So I'm going to create a user in Galaxy called Galaxy_owner and make black hole his default table space. Okay, so create user Galaxy_owner identified by password and default table space is black hole, right? Okay. So since we don't have anything specified, I'm just going to grant connect and resource to Galaxy_owner. Now I'm going to create a table called Heavens_table as a copy of the view customers_view. So the first thing I want to do is to check to get more information about that view. So I'm going to describe the structure of the view, DB_view. So I'm going to select owner, the name of the view from DBA_views, where view underscore name is like cust, and just put cust. Okay, so we have customers, and there it is. We know that this view belongs to OE, right? So we are going to unlock OE. Alter user OE, by OE, okay, unlock. Okay, OE is unlocked. So now we can connect to heaven_on. Wait, I'm connected to Galaxy. Let me connect back to heavens. So I know that since they are the same databases, I know that this is data dictionary view. So we have the same information for everywhere, for all the database. So I'm unlocking OE on heavens because this should be done in heaven. Yes, in heaven. Okay. So now I'm going to connect as heaven. So connect heaven_on identified by password. Okay, that was the username and password of okay, heavens_on. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to create a table that looks exactly like the view customers_view. So I'm going to create a table as the name of the table, heavens_table. Heavens_table as select all from OE dot customers, just copy from here, customers_view. We know that heavens_on has a DBA privilege. So we can just, okay, the table is created. Let's see if there is any additional information. Create a table. Okay, that's it. Okay. Okay. Now it says triplicate. Okay. The data in the table heavens_on by, okay, so we're going to triplicate what we have here. So I'm going to insert into heavens_table, select all from OE dot customers_view. Okay, we have 300. Okay, so we should have, since we added it twice, I think we should be good. Let me describe the table. Heavens. Okay. If you want, you can use select count, or you can just do the math yourself. 957. So you can do the math yourself. If you want to know how many rows you have, you know it's 19 times 3. Okay, now in heaven, add a column. In heaven, yeah. Okay. In heavens, add a column. Heavens underscore own code space ID with the attribute car20 and add the constraint primary key, right? So the first thing we are going to do is to add the first column, the column that you want to add, space ID. So alter table, heavens underscore table, and then we are going to add space ID, oops, space ID, and we are going to specify the data type, which is car20. Okay, so we know that we want space ID to be the primary key, but the thing is, right now it's an empty column. It only contains null values. So what we want to make, we want to turn space ID into a table that would be a candidate, right, to be a primary key column, which it is not right now. So actually it's here. Let's use it since it's here. So we are going to create a sequence. Start with 1, increment by 1, right? This is optional. You can increment by 10 if you want, by 100. Minimal value 0 and the max value is 1000. No cycle because it's a primary key. So you don't want it to repeat, of course. Okay, so we are creating the sequence. The sequence is created. Now we are going to update the table. You guys can submit anytime, right? Just that we did it before, so I can just copy and paste. Now I'm going to update the table and set the space ID with the next with the add the sequence so that it will numerize each column, space ID column. Okay, you can see 957 rows updated. Okay. So now I thought I put it. I didn't put it. Okay, it's okay. So now I'm going to. So I'm going to turn this table, turn the space ID column into the primary key. So those we already did it when we did the last assignment. So I'm not spending too much time. So I'm going to check the space ID, customer ID, first name and last name, so that it would.
I need to go look at my husband.
Hello.
Emma, go ahead.
Okay. So there we have it. We have the space ID, customer first name from 1 to 900. We good?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you want to be like in order, you can just use order by, but it's not. It was not requested, so we're good. Are we good? Okay.
Emma,
Yes.
concerning the space ID column, my own appeared in the happens to be at the extreme right. Even when I created a sequence.
Yeah, normally it is. That's because this is how I selected it. Right?
Okay.
I put space ID first for it to look like that. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we go with 14. 15, create a DB link in Galaxy called GalaLink. Okay, so let's take a look at that import if it's done. Export. Yes. So the export is done, right? Export successfully completed. So we're good. We are going to connect to Galaxy and create a DB link. Create a database link in Galaxy called GalaLink. So since it's not specified what type of DB link you want to create, I'm just going to create a public database link so that another user, any other user will be able to use it. Yeah.
I thought you said if you were not asked to create a public database link, you should not create it. That was what you told me.
I told you that?
Yes. At time there was one time I shared my screen and you realized I created a public database link. And you asked the question, said I should create a public database link.
Wait, wasn't it when you were doing assignment 1?
No, actually that was in DB1.
In DB1, you guys were not doing public database links.
Yes, we're not doing it, but I saw it online and I created a public database link, and you said we shouldn't create a public database link if we're not asked to.
Yes, I guess.
Another way you can just grant create public database link to.
Yeah, because that was what I did.
Me too.
You want to create public database link to who?
To the user and connect as a user and create it.
Galaxy
yeah, you can do that as well. That as well. You can definitely do that as well.
Okay.
But I'm creating it because, it's not specific. Honestly, it's not specified here. So, I mean,
if I create with private, is that going to be okay?
The thing is,
if you create
private, the thing is, if you create a private database link, it's not going to go through because you will need to create another one.
The user won't be able to access it.
And the other one won't be able to have access to it. Exactly. So that's why I'm creating a public, because I know that any other user, even if that user doesn't have the create database link privilege, will be able to access it. So you see, for public database link, you can see that you have to grant additional privilege. For example, that user, when you grant database link, you're granting him a privilege that you were not asked to grant, right?
Yes. So Emma, you are neither denying or accepting what you told me.
Excuse me?
You are neither denying nor accepting what you said.
No, I'm saying that normally, right? If you were not asked to create a database link in a real environment, right, real work environment, you shouldn't, because anyone would be able to use that database link, right? Yes. In a real work environment, you shouldn't create a public database link.
Is that not like giving others more privilege than they need?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you mean?
Like, if you're creating a public database link and any user can use it, like, how, that's not really safe.
That in a real work environment, you shouldn't create a public database link for any user to have access to it, right?
Yep. So
in that specific case, you're the only one handling that database, right? Or not?
So in other words, it's better to create a private database link
than to give a privilege. Am I right? So you refuse to give a privilege and create a public database link?
Honestly, for that one, it's not specified. So you can honestly, you can do both if you want. If you want, you can create a public database link, because you still have to create a public database link in DB2, right? In DB1, we didn't know how to create it. You were not even supposed to, right? But in DB, DB2, you know how to create a public database link, right? You're the DBA. It can be a public, just like it can be a private database link, right? Okay. And not any user would be able to even use to have the opportunity to have access to a database link in the first place. So, okay. So, yeah. But if you guys want to use the one, because I have to read the next question. The next question is use the DB link to view the data in Heaven's phone. Okay. Use Gala link. Create a DB link in Galaxy. Okay. So I would need to connect to Galaxy_owner, and then we can do that as well. There's no problem. But in that case, you could create a public database link as the DBA. But if you want, you can grant a privilege. Grant, create database link to Galaxy_owner.
Emma, can you create a public database link and restrict certain users from using it?
No, I don't think you can.
What about if you put it in a role?
If you put it
in a role.
No, I don't think you can.
Okay.
Galaxy does not exist. Wait.
Can I right database?
Yes, I should be in the right database. Let's see. Yeah, I'm in the right database.
You are.
Nope, you are not. I'm not sure. This is where you do the export.
I'm in the right database. You don't see here.
Oh.
Or maybe I gave a different name to Galaxy_owner.
I think it's Galaxy_own1, maybe.
No, it's owner.
Owner.
Well, owner1.
Okay. Select username from users. Okay, it's Galaxy with Y. Okay. Okay, since here it says Galaxy_owner with I need to drop that user. Drop user.
No, mine came with Y.
What?
The question I have here, it came with Y.
I know, but I edited it, so I have to stick to what we have here.
Okay.
And I'm going to create it with the right spelling. Okay.
Then I think you have to make black hole his default table space.
Black hole is already its default table space. Don't see the statement?
Oh, okay, yeah.
But for that question, again, you can just create a public database link because you know how to create a public database link from chapter 1 that we did. Okay. So let's see, question 14. 15, create a public database link. Okay, so I'm going to connect Galaxy underscore owner and password. Create. Now this is going to be private database link. My link. Connect to Evans underscore own. Identified by password using Heaven. Okay, now we are going to describe Heavens underscore table at my link. Okay. Let's see which one. TNS ping, Galaxy.
Heavens.
TNS ping, Heavens. Okay, I need to add Heavens to the TNS name. Let's replace Galaxy Heavens. Next 1, 2 with Heavens. Okay, now we can connect back to SQL and describe the table. Connecting this region for remote database. Okay. Let me, I need to connect as Galaxy underscore owner again, identified by password. Honestly, I feel like it takes more time to do it. Okay. So I'm going to use the same select statement. Question 15, 16 says, use the database link, Gala link. Oh, the name of the link is Gala link. Okay. I hope there is, okay, it's actually right here. Actually, the question says create a database link called Gala link. So it doesn't specify if it's public or private. So database link created. Now let me, okay, so the DB link is working. But I think that in that specific case, it's best if it was public though. It would have been better if it was public because it's a DB link for the whole database that anyone from the database can have access to. Okay, use the database link, Gala link to view the data in Heavens. Okay. We just did it. Copy the table Heaven underscore home, Heavens underscore table from Heavens to Galaxy under Galaxy underscore owner schema. Select space ID, customer first name, customer last name from Heavens underscore table.
Oh, I think you have to create the table as select all.
So we are going to create a table, Heavens
Table.
Table as select all.
Create table, Heavens underscore table.
No, we want to create heavens.
Create table heavens underscore table as select all from
Heavens underscore table.
heavens underscore table at Galanic. Okay. Describe heavens underscore table. Okay. Store the table in the moon table space. Alter table heavens underscore table move table space. Single table space. Okay. Configure a second location for the archive logs of the Galaxy database. So here we are in from the $instance. Comment as okay, we already connected as Galaxy, so I'm going to configure second location. So show parameter log alter system set archive log dest1 equals to location equals, okay, first I need to create our sheet 2 first. Let's create this first. Okay.
Is that not coming from your end?
Excuse me?
Like, there's a sound wave. I thought it's coming from your end.
There is one. Yes.
Why you choose archive dest1 instead of archive dest?
You can use whatever you want. It's just that we already have a first archive log destination that is in /aura-data/FRA. So it's up to you.
So up there it says archive dest, but in front I see nothing. Can you
Where?
go up? Yeah, right there. So
it's not in archive mode, right? We have not configured it.
It is. I configured it.
I see log archive dest.
One.
Go
Excuse
ahead.
me.
Go ahead. No, I was just asking. You say I can choose either one.
Yeah.
So you say the first one is on /aura-data/FRA, but in front of log archive dest here, there's nothing. That means I can choose that one too.
Okay. You can use the other one. The thing is, they are both not compatible with each other. Meaning, if you want to use archive log dest1 and another 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, you cannot have archive log dest alone. So they are not compatible with each other. That's for one, right? But we want you to add a second one. So you already have one that is in /whether/FRA, right?
Yes.
So you're adding an additional one. Are we good? They are both used to specify the archiving destination, right? Location. But if you just, in that specific case, you could have done it. But let's say if you were told to add 2 additional log archive destination, you would not have been able to use log archive desk and log archive desk 1 or log archive desk 2. Are you following? When you use log archive desk 1, you're opening the door to be able to add additional log archive destinations. When you only put log archive desk, you only can have one archive log desk.
Okay.
Are we good?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. You can try it if something is confusing to see for yourself. Okay. Wait. Okay, I'm good. So let's see the next one. Perform a user managed hard backup, including SP file and P file of Galaxy database /Aura data. Okay. So we are going to create this directory first. mkdir -pv. Okay. Okay, I think there's something I need to do first. I started up the database with the P file.
So normally you should have started up the database after entering the system, right?
Excuse me?
When you did alter system, when you add the second archive log destination, after that you should have started back the database.
Or you can copy cause both. I think.
The database was open. I couldn't have copy cause both because I started the database with the P file.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't have, yeah, it's true, you didn't have.
I started it with the P file. When you start with the P file, the instance, you cannot scope both because when you're scoping both, you scope to memory and to the SP file. But the instance doesn't know of that SP file.
Emma, I thought you would do the same thing in Arman.
What in Arman? No, it's not in Arman. Here, it doesn't say to do it in Arman. Configure the archive logs. It
Because
doesn't
I went to Arman and did it.
Yeah, me too.
No, it doesn't say to do it in Arman.
Okay.
Perform a user managed hard backup, including SP file and P file of Galaxy. Okay, so this directory is created. So we are going to perform a user managed hard backup. Okay. Database begin backup. We are going to data file, select name from $, data file. People that you have in here. Just like here, we only have data files, as you can see, right? So I'm going to put all of them in, and all of them in this directory. Since it's going to take a while, I'm going to use and I'm going to go and select name from $, control file. Select name from $. Okay, so I'm going to CP these ones as well on both directories and paste them and /Aura data. I'll do the same for the other directory. I'm going to copy those files. And I'm going to check the members from $3. Yes.
What's the point of copying the control file when you're still gonna delete it in the next question?
What's the question saying? Perform a user managed hard backup, right?
Right.
It's telling you to back up the database. So this is what you do, you back up the database. It's not telling you to do Arman, to do cloning right now. So you do the whole thing. Okay. Then /u01/logs. I'm just gonna do it here. All of them and paste them here.
Emil, there's a noise coming from your end.
What do you want me to do to mute myself?
I was not saying that.
There is no noise, it's silence here. I can't hear any noise. Okay, so we are done here. I can end the backup. Okay, before ending the backup, I need to list /ORA-data /manage by user /backup. Okay, it looks like we have all of our radio controls and our files. So I can end the backup. After database and backup. Now here it says to also copy the SP file and the P file. So I'm going to copy the P file as well in the SP file. So there we have the P file. I'm going to duplicate it to this directory. And I'm going to do the same for the SP file.
I don't know why, but my WinSCP does not operate like yours. Like when it's time to duplicate, I don't see it the way yours appears. Not sure why.
Okay, so we have our SP file and we have our P file as well. Okay, so we are good with question 19.
Please, Emerald.
Yes.
Question 18, right? So if you went ahead and changed it in Arman too, like how do you switch it back? Because I feel like that's one thing, an extra thing that it added.
You switch it back to the default location. Because in Arman, you didn't change the second location, you changed the default location, right?
You configure channel device type.
Right, so you configure the default location. But the question says configure a second location. I did. So
No.
the only way that was to do it from SQL.
So it will be like configure default device type disk, right?
Yes.
To default.
The default should be in /wider/FRA. So just put it back to /wider/FRA. Good.
Somewhat. It's okay.
Configure the database Galaxy for recoverability. This database is already set for recoverability. So if I issue archive log, you can see the database is in archive log mode. And archive destination is in /ORA-data/RK. And if I use show parameter recovery, you see that the DB file recovery destination is in /ORA-data/FRA, and we have 5 GB. So just from the way the scripts are, from the way the scripts were, we already done with one this question. So now you're going to go to Arman. You're going to go to Arman, target, target. And you're going to configure the Arman backup settings for heavens. Okay. Need to connect to heavens. Okay, first we're going to show all. Okay, show retention policy to redundancy 1. So we are going to set the first one to recovery window of 2 days, or to recovery window of 2 days. So recovery window of 2 days. Okay, and we are going to configure auto backup optimization on. Who can tell us what's the use for auto backup optimization? And also control file auto backup on. Okay, basically backup optimization, Arman will skip the files that that were not changed since the last backup. Arman will just skip those files.
What happened? Hello, Emerald, you're muted.
Hello guys, sorry. Okay, so I was saying that we configure auto backup optimization on. When it's configured, Arman would skip the last data file that were backed up and that did not have any change since the last backup. So it would only back up the files where the changes were made. So this is what it is. So you can see that by skipping whole files, it clearly saves a lot of time. Okay. Question 22. Create a database *rec1 from the backup done in question 19. So yeah, let's create the database. We are going to do user manage cloning. User manage cloning. You can do backup based duplication with this, and it's actually, but let's just do user manage cloning, hard cloning. Okay, first we're going to create the relevant directories. Okay, so we are creating the database star rec one, right? I think we might even have the time to do all of them. Okay. Okay, first I'm going to create the relevant directories. So I'm going to create slash aura data slash. I'm going to start by creating the FRA location slash data slash FRA slash star rec one, and then the next one mkdir minus pv slash uo1 app oracle admin star rec one ADAM, right? And we're going to go ahead and edit aura tab slash etc slash aura tab and edit aura tab. Star rec one, and I'm going to add it right here. And I'm going to cat. I like to always cat it again to make sure slash etc slash aura tab. Okay, next, that one you don't have to, but let me just add this database to TNS name. Star rec one, this one as well, star rec one. Okay. Next, we are cloning from Galaxy, right? Backup done in 19, that's Galaxy. Okay, since we are using the backup done in this backup, what we are going to do is simply, yes, go to this directory, and we are going to move the P file to I'm just going to cd to this directory and list it, and I'm just going to cp the P file. Jesus Christ. So I'm going to cp this one to oracle underscore home slash tds. Okay, and I'm going to cd to this one is always okay. Oracle home slash dbs, and I'm going to list. One moment. I just no, this is not what I should have done. Okay, let me just go back. Okay, let me see this here. Okay, instead of I need to rename this file first because we already have an init galaxy.aura over there. So I need to rename it into init star rec one.aura. Okay, and then now I can copy. just move it. Move this one to Oracle underscore home slash TPS. Okay. Now I'm going to go to slash Oracle home slash TPS, and I should have init direct one here. Okay. Okay. What does it show? Let me see. Init direct. Okay. Okay, so we are done. I'm going to go and edit the P file. And here, refresh. Init.
So the question.
Yes.
Also, you rename this P file. If the case you remove, because from my case, I remove the CP file, SP file, I create the other one.
You can do that too. I was just showing you guys an alternative. You could also have created a P file from the
on the source database.
Yeah, from the source database. Okay, now I'm going to replace with that. So replace 1, 2, 3, and then for the other ones, I'm going to replace them as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then memory target commented out. Okay. Okay. Now the P file is edited. Now I'm going to connect to create the trace control file. Alter database. Backup control files, trace files, slash. Okay, I need to put the path. Okay. Control.SQL. Okay. Now I can go to this directory slash all data slash user managed or managed by user backup galaxy. Let me add this because we have to come back here a lot. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to edit that one. So I want to make sure it's set and that we use the set logs option. Always remove the space here. And right here, remove the rest of the space that we have. And then we are going to replace what we have here. Okay. Then we're going to do the same for this one. And then for the last one, we're going to do the same. Replace all. Okay. That looks about right? And we have 24 regular files, so we just edit that, and that looks about right. Now we are done with this side. Oh, before that, we need to copy the archive logs from Galaxy to StarRec 1. We're going to duplicate those to StarRec 1. StarRec 1. Yes.
You change on the P file. You change the number of redos 16 to 24. How about if you forget to change that?
That was in the trace control file.
Say that again.
How about if you try it and let me know?
Oh yeah, on the trace control file.
Yes.
So how about if you forget to change that 20 that 16?
Well, how many Redlog files do you have created? You have 24, right?
Yeah.
When you create, if you have less at the time of creation, it's fine. It will just expand. But if you don't, you want to create two, it needs to reflect what you have, right? You run into an error if you don't. Simply put. But don't touch the other one. Let me go back. Don't touch this one. Max log member should be, the maximum should be 5, right? Don't put 6, will give you an error. But max log files, you're good to put as much. I mean, you shouldn't have 1,000 either. But if you have 30, you're good. You can put 30. 24 is fine. Here we have 24. That's why I put 24, right? Not 16. Because it's max log file. So there are parameters to create the control files. Are we good? Okay. So next is delete the control files. Yes.
No, for real, yesterday I did it, but I forget to change it 24 and leave it 60, but it's work. Well, now I cannot change this one. That's not going to be problem. But the database is working very well.
If it's fine, it's fine then. It's fine. You can expand the size. If it works, honestly, it's fine. You don't have to if it works. Just like some people were saying they were running through an error when they didn't change it. Okay. But I think it's best practice to just change it so that it reflects the number of Verilog files that you have. Okay, so we deleted the control files. Now we are going to connect to the target database. What's the name of the target database? StarRec 1. And we want to connect to SQL. Okay, we are going to start up. No. Hey, God. What am I doing? I need to go to this directory. Control-C. And list it, and then connect to SQL. So I'm going to run the create control file script. Create control file. Where is it? It's not here. Where is it? Okay, there it is. There is a no. What? Database name Galaxy does not match parameter. Okay, that means the key file and the SP file are not compatible. Oh, really? Star rec 1. Okay. I want to make sure you shut down our board and then you run at control.sql. Okay, now we are going to recover database using backup control file until and so let's open another one. Let's see Galaxy. I'm going to select members, group number, sequence number from $. Okay, which sequence is it asking for? It's asking for sequence 7, and sequence 7 is input 4. Okay, so I'm going to select members, member from $log file, and I'm going to take any file that belongs to group 4 and perform recovery. I'm going to open the database with the set files option. Our database, open the set files. Okay, that's the next question. Create a recovery catalog in StarRec database. So database needs to be open. Are you guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yes.
Are you good, Natu?
No, it doesn't work.
Okay, we come back to you. Okay, so the database is open. We are connected to StarRec 1, and question 22 says create a recovery catalog in StarRec 1 database. So we are going to create a recovery catalog. So we are going to create a user, create user Arman, identified by Arman. We are going to grant connect resource. Oh, how am I doing? Recovery underscore catalog underscore owner to Arman. And that's it. Exit. We're going to connect to Arman. And use Arman at Arman. I'm going to create the catalog. Create catalog. Oof, that's so much information. Create catalog, and we are going to register the other two databases that we have. Check the environment. Okay. Create a catalog takes some time. So question 23 is to create a recovery catalog in database star rec 1. Question 24 is to register Galaxy and Heavens in the recovery catalog. So I'm waiting for the recovery catalog to be created. So I think we're going to start a small debate later because, so basically in DB1, when I did my DB2 exam, we were told that this question 19 could have been done using a backup-based application. So from what I've seen, I mean, I was trying that earlier, and it cannot be done directly using a backup base. You have to, it's not done directly from, anyway, I'll show you guys later. You guys can see for yourself. Okay, so I created a catalog and then I'm going to connect to Heavens on this side. And Arman target / catalog Arman at, what's the name of the recovery star rec 1. Then I'm going to register the database. Register Heaven, and we're also going to register the other one. Arman star rec 1. Register the database. Okay, so really good. They are both registered. Now we're going to take a full user managed backup of Galaxy. Let Arman be aware of it. Okay, so let's take a backup of Galaxy. Taking a backup of Galaxy, I mean, it's best to just let Arman do it. This is the wrong database. Galaxy. Okay. Another thing, I've seen that some people, if they would fail creating the first database, they would create another database that has a similar name. That wouldn't go in DB2. Some people got a pass for that in DB1, but you guys won't have a pass for that in DB2.
Say that again, Emerald.
I said, for example, I'm giving you as an example. Some people, I gave some people a pass for that, and I know, and other of the people who marked you gave you a pass. For example, someone tried to create a first database Galaxy, but it fails, right? So they go ahead and create another database Galaxy with I, and it ended up working. Or the second one with I doesn't work, so they go and create Galaxy with O, right? And then when you go and you check, you realize that the database doesn't exist or it's crashed. And then you ask them what's going on, and they say, oh, it's not Galaxy.
You're breaking, Emerald.
It's Galaxy, right? You guys got a password that in DB1. like in DB1 because and stuff, but in DB2 you guys don't get a pass for that. Because even if the database fails to create, you should be able to know how to drop that database and create a new one, right? So in DB2, you guys don't get a pass for that. If you have a database Galaxy, you have to go back and create that database the way you were told to create it. Same for tablespace. Same for anything else, right? Okay. I'm just being nice. If you go and do, it's on you. Okay, question 25, take a full user manage backup. Okay, let's take that backup. This is the last question for today. And I'm gonna do another one, maybe like for 20 minutes max. So by 8:20, we should be done. So if someone wants to do something else, or someone is having trouble or whatever, I know that Natu is coming next. So after Natu, you guys can have we have like an hour again that we can be working on. Okay, so I'm going to take a backup of Galaxy. But since this is half, we do 25, and the next class we do 25. And the next 25 questions are not as long as what we did here. Alter database, begin, backup.
Over here, you can do a cold backup too, right?
What does it say? Take a full user manage. Yeah, you can.
Because I did a cold backup.
Okay. You can do it, but it was not specified, so I guess you can. I feel like in this case, if it's not specified, you can just do what you want, but you know that for practice, taking a cold backup is not good practice.
Okay.
Select name from Vida, but you could. Okay, let's see, P. Okay, in this case, you were not told what directory, so you can just create whatever directory you want, right? So, gal back, or back out, or back, gal. What's the matter? Okay, let me just CP Galaxy /Oradata/Galaxy, select all, and let's send all the DBF. I like this database because you can everything is like organized. You have your DB files in a specific place. You have your Redulog files in another one. So it's not, everything is very ordered. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to create, okay, we are still connected to Galaxy. So here I'm going to check the select name from VDollar control file. Okay, so we are going to CP this and send it to /Oradata/galback. Don't tell me the server is getting slow. Okay, so I'm gonna do the next one, make sure all the control files are copied. Normally, guys, when you're told to do a backup, full database, but just do a full database backup. Don't try to cheat or, just do the whole thing, because your database might crash in the meantime and you might need to recover it by using. You never know. So just take a full database backup. Okay. Okay. So, okay, let's check. Select member from $log file. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to copy all the files that we have in this directory, and we are going to send them to /Oradata. I'm still copying over there. Okay. While it's copying over there, I'm going to do the copying from here as well. The radio are kind of heavy, so it's understandable. Okay, the is done. I mean, I feel like for backups, Arman is like, makes life easier. User manage backups, especially when you have files into 5,000 different directories. It's really, it's just what it is. Okay, it's done. So I'm going to end the backup. Alter database and backup. And it's done. Exit. Okay, so question 25 is, let Arman be aware of it. Okay, let me connect to Arman, target. So I'm going to catalog this one. Catalog, start with yes. We know that Arman doesn't catalog the redo and control files. Okay. So those all the DBFs were cataloged. So you can see that the temp file is not around and the redo logs and the control files as well. Okay, so we are good, right? Now, I'm going to do question 19, but I'm going to do it with option 2, which is doing the backup duplication with that, basically. So I'm going to do basically the same thing, and I'm going to create this directory, this additional directory. So you guys tell me what you think about this. I think I don't feel like it's legit, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Okay. Directory is created. So I'm just going to do question 19 again, but by doing the backup base, because the question says perform a user managed hard backup, and question 22 says create a database direct from backup during question 19. So I'm going to go back and unregister the database from the recovery catalog, because I don't want it to be cataloged. So I'm just going to unregister database, because from question 19, it was not registered. Okay, the database is unregistered. Now let me go and take the backup. So I'm basically going to do the same thing. Database, begin, backup. Okay, so I'm going to copy my control files. Now let's be smart about this. Let's copy the heavier ones. And I want to copy them to this directory. Okay. And here too. Galaxy. I'm basically going to copy as well the other ones, since they are close here. Okay. Then I'm going to check the select member from video log. Okay. And sometimes it's getting slow already. No, this is slow. What's going on? Okay. So I'm going to copy the last video logs. These ones are going to take more time since there are more of them. I know they're the same. 3, 3. Okay, while it's running, basically I'm going to take a backup of, I'm not going to connect to the recovery catalog. I'll just take a simple backup. Why am I doing this? Because I want to make sure the control file is backed up. So I'm just going to backup database basically. So it's going to be a backup set. Wow, why is it taking so long? Let me go check what's taking place. Maybe I should have used no hub. Okay. Okay, still copying, it's just slow.
Does no hub make it faster?
No, it's just running in the background. It doesn't make it faster. Okay, so it's done. So now I can alter database and backup. Okay, take a look at this. Normally this almond shouldn't take long. Small backup. Okay, so I'm going to do a backup based duplication, and you guys tell me what you think about this. because this morning I tried to just do it just from using this exact backup, and it wouldn't go through. But I've seen that. I mean, I tried after this afternoon, and I saw that when you just, okay, I'll just show you. Let's just go through the normal steps together so we can see. So I remember you were told that it was an option. So if they say it was an option, so I guess it was an option. And if you do that, you would get a pass, right? So here is how you do it. So we are going to directory, yes.
So that's why you're doing an Arman backup right now?
Yes.
Okay.
UO1 APP Oracle admin *rec2 *rec2 and ADAM. Okay, I'm also going to create the directory /oradata /rec2 for the live location, and that's it. So I'm going to vi/etc/oratab and edit and add this additional one. Let's say *rec2, and I'm going to add it here. Okay. Every time I use escape, there's that bar that shows up again. So annoying. Hide. Okay, now I'm going to cut this again. Okay, we have our *rec2. So I'm going to TNS name. TNS name, network. Okay. I'm just going to add *rec2. Since it's backup based, I don't need to make it look extra. *rec2 and *rec2. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go to this directory, this one. Oh no, I didn't copy the P file. I didn't. So since I'm performing duplication from Galaxy, I'm going to create the P file. Create P file equals Oracle _home /dbs /init *rec2.aura, no, .aura. From SP file. Okay, so now I'm going to refresh it, and we're going to edit the P file. Init *rec2. So I'm going to change the information that we have here. We're going to replace Galaxy with *rec2. Replace all. And we're going to do the same thing here as well. Replace all. Oops, what are you doing? Oh.
Should I not point to the backup location?
Excuse me? No, it shouldn't. Slash.
That's the data files.
Yes. Okay, slash data slash direct 2, 3 slash. Yes. I created a directory, you remember? I just created a directory in slash data slash direct 2. We are using the backup to create the database. Okay, slash. Okay, I need to make sure I'm not making any mistake here. Okay, slash data slash direct 2 slash data direct 2. Okay. Okay, I'm going to comment this one out because it already belongs to one. Just comment that. So I'm going to add the additional parameter, DB file name, convert, and log file. Okay, so I'm going to, from here, I'm going to select member from the $log file. So I'm going to remap all the files that are in slash data. I'm going to remap them to slash data slash direct 2. And second one, slash u1 slash logs. And I'm going to remap them to slash data slash direct 2. And for DB file name convert, you can just use connect to Arnon target and report schema. But they should be in slash data slash galaxy. So report schema. Okay. Let's see. So all of them would be remapped to slash data slash direct 2. Okay, that looks about it. Starlights, control files. Okay. Okay, what else do I need to do? So I created the P file, I edited TNS names. I think that's it. Okay. I need to bounce
the listener.
But first I need to connect to the target database.
You created a password?
The password file, right? Let me add the password file. I'm not even sure I created any password file in this case. Our heavens, protest. Okay, we have one for Galaxy. So I'm going to duplicate for direct 2. Direct 2. Okay. Let me check it's there. Okay. So I'm going to, no, before bouncing, I need to start. I need to connect to SQL first. Startup, no mount. Okay. Listener, CTL. Status. Okay, good. Now we can connect to Arman. Arman target, sys, Brontech 1, add Galaxy, auxiliary instance, sys, add Brontech 1. Okay, now I want to show you guys something. If I list backup, you guys will see that I have the backups. Okay, I have the backup of this database, but they are the backups that were sent to they are basically the only backup piece that was done earlier, right? But if I list copy, where does this one come from? Okay, this is the backup that I took earlier. Okay, I'm going to catalog this backup that I just took. Catalog, start with. So I'm going to catalog this backup that I just did earlier. Where is it? Okay, this one. I'm going to catalog it. I only catalog the other one. That's why that's the one we saw. So I'm going to catalog that one. And the redo and all that I ignored. Now when I list copy again, list copy again, you see that I have those backups. They are listed here, right? They are listed here. Now I'm going to start, you guys remember, I'm connected to the target database and to the auxiliary, right? I'm just checking the data of the target database. So I catalog this backup, this one. So I'm going to use it to duplicate the database. So let's duplicate target database to *rec2. And I'm going to specify the backup location, which is this one, right? And no file name check.
Yes, I'm confused. So you did what was the essence of doing another backup, Arman backup, when you could easily just catalog this other backup?
The problem is the control files of the other backup were not acceptable by Arman. You see, when we catalog, it only cataloged the file. It didn't catalog the control files.
Okay, okay.
I needed to take another backup which had the control files. that be registered as well. That's why. You see, when you catalog, it doesn't catalog the redo and control files as well. Because Arman control files are only as backup sets, right?
Right.
And take image copies control files. That's why every time you use backup as copy control file, it would back up as backup set control files.
Okay. So in other words, for this question, the best thing was just to do the first one that we did.
Yes. I think it's, I mean, you could do both, I guess. You can do both. That's all you could do.
I mean, it's called the Arman backup based duplication. So it only makes sense to have like an Arman backup to do it.
Right. It makes sense. Okay, what does it say? Not all files have backup that can be covered to SCM. Some target not. What? I'm not sure I'm following. Okay. I'm going to turn backup optimization off. That's strange. Earlier I did it, it went through. Okay, let me put it on. But honestly, I think it's just more complicated than just doing it. Wait, it was off? How come it was off?
So when you configure these Arman configurations, it's for like the whole database, right? The whole server.
Yes.
Okay.
It's for the whole database. I should have taken notes when I did this afternoon. This is just getting back on my. I think I just. Let me just show all. Because I just put it on control file auto backup off. So it's disabled it. It was just for the duration of the. Okay. Oh no, it was for heavens. It was not for. It was for heaven. It was for.
Okay, so it's like individually configured. Okay, it's not like a global configuration.
Yes, it was per database. Okay, I'm going to do list backup. Okay, I have the backups of all those files. Data file type, full system. I wish I didn't close the others, so I would have been able to see. No. Okay, let me try to do it again. But I'm going to do it the exact same way I did. When I did it, I registered it to the recovery catalog. So let me register it to the recovery catalog. But if you have to register to the recovery catalog, then honestly, I don't think you should do this. Target catalog Arman at what's the name of the database again? StarRec1. So I'm going to register database. Okay, database is registered. So now I'm going to perform another backup that is registered to the recovery catalog. I'm just going to use backup database. That's it. And then at the same time, I'm going to go on the other side and go to StarRec2 and shut down the instance. Because I believe the control files were created. Just shut down our board. Okay. Let me go ahead and delete the SP file. Okay.
You know, these agents have no business doing what they're doing. They're
Emma, please unmute yourself.
Okay. I was wondering where you went.
I've been right here.
Okay. That thing, it's like, so I shut it down. I remove SP file. Now I can start up no mount again. Okay, the backup is done. Okay. I need to connect to StarRec2. I think on the other side I'm connected as well. Let me do the duplication again, because this is just what I did earlier, but I was just connected to the recovery catalog. And then I'm going to specify this back application again. Data start with 2 back application. I'm going to see. Did I do anything different? Not sure. Let's see. I don't think I did. Okay, Natu, can you share your screen? Are you still having the same problem?
Yes, let me share my screen.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, so what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know why I can connect to my recurring catalog for both but databases. I don't understand.
Let's see. Arman target / catalog Arman Johnson. Okay, connect to one at a time. First, try to connect to just TLS-DMO.
This is TLS-DMO.
Okay. Now just connect to the catalog. Just use Arman catalog and then username and password.
Maybe your ARCAT is shut down.
Just like that.
At the recovery catalog name. Okay. Now connect to ARCAT. Connect to ARCAT. Like use Aura ENV. Are you already in ARCAT environment? Okay. Okay. Try to connect again, but don't use the at ARCAT.
I should try to connect to what?
Connect again, but don't use at ARCAT. No. Use Arman catalog, Arman don't take one, but don't use the at ARCAT at the end.
Okay. Just like that?
Yes. What does it say? Okay, error from recovery catalog, Oracle not available, shared memory realm does not exist. Okay, so start up the database, check the status of the database. Okay, start up.
Yeah, because it was shut down.
Oh, I started up. I don't know why it shut down again. I don't know.
Probably a memory issue. Okay, now try to connect back again.
Without the name of the database?
Right. You're good. And connect again with the at RCAT. Okay. Now go back to the other database and connect.
Try to connect without.
You need to add archive. You need to add the add archive.
When I added it doesn't work. That's what I did at the beginning. I don't know. Let me just do like she said without the archive and see.
But the recovery catalog is not in that database.
You see what?
Yeah, no.
It's not in that database.
Read one at a time. So from here, we already checked that now you can connect to RMAN from RCAT environment. Now you can use at RCAT to connect and see if it's going to work.
Okay. Thank you.
So maybe it would, I guess it would crash your RCAT. It would just crash your archive because of memory issues. So check your memory to monitor your memory basically.
Okay. Thanks.
Anyone else?
Another question.
Yes.
You guys explain to me just a little bit for question 33, please.
33?
Yes.
In Galaxy, set the retention policy to store only 4 backups in FRA. Okay. Yes. Redemption 4, right? And make image copy the default backup type. Yes. You know, by default, the default backup type is backup set, so you change it to image copy.
Yes.
Set the parallelism to 5. Make sure that blockchain tracking set to be stored as /paradata/. So we will just be enabling blockchain tracking. What's the problem here?
That's we have to change the parallelism. We have to change this one before we do that.
Set the parallelism to 5. Yes. Make sure it's like coming afterwards, right?
Okay. Emerald,
yeah.
Is it
yes.
almost the same thing for the question 27?
27, let me look. Create an image copy backup with, okay. This for 27, you are creating a backup, right?
Yes. But we have to change the parallelism by default too?
No, you're not changing by default. You're just creating a backup. You're backing up.
Yes.
And you allocate basically 5 channels. This is basically what it means. But for the other, you set them as a parameter.
Okay.
Yes.
For this question 27, if you change the parallelism and you change this by default, this is the author, you back up, you finish, and you clear, and it's come back by default. That's not going to be the problem. We have just to do this, like the command, you put the format, the command you running path location. That's it.
I'm not sure I'm following. Can you say that again?
I say you say, for example, for this question 27, just backup as copy for this directory, allocate 5 channel. I say change parallelism 5, and you change by default this location. You want backup, the backup is go straight for this direction, and you finish, you clear, it's going to be the same thing.
You mean for question 27?
Yeah, question 27, because I think it's the way I did it, I fix it, I change the parallelism 5, and I send the backup for this straight to this directory, and I want the backup is both for this directory, and I clear, I put the parallelism, I put everything back and at the beginning like was before. Like was before. That's I say, if it's the same thing, we have just do like a one command backup, locating.
7 is basically allocating 5 channels, because it doesn't tell you to set it permanently, right? It just says basically just allocate 5 channels for that specific job, for that specific backup. But for 33, it tells you to set. But since it was not really specified, you could just have changed the parallelism to 5, right?
Yeah.
With the job and put it back. Yeah, you could have done that.
Okay. Question 43, please.
43.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are good, eh? Haha. 43. In Galaxy, generate an AWR report. That's DB1. We did it in DB1.
We didn't practice it.
We did practice it.
All right.
Yes. DB1. Go back to your DB1 notes. Generate an ADDM report to diagnose this. Okay, maybe generate an AWR. You guys remember it's in Oracle Home. You guys forgot? !RDBMS/AWR.report. You guys forgot?
Okay, we'll go back. We'll go back to our notes. Did we do it in Enterprise Manager maybe?
No, we did it physically. You guys, okay. Back in DB1, can you guys hear me? I feel like it's breaking a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. So what I'm saying is, you gotta remember in DB1, I told you that exclamation mark was for Oracle Home, right? No? No one remembers that? Okay, if you don't remember that, then there is no way you remember the AWR report. No one remembers? Really? Wow. Okay. Since nobody remembers, then if you don't remember that part, then you obviously don't remember AWR report. Because when we ran AWR reports together, when we were generating AWR reports together, I told you guys that instead of putting the whole Oracle Home, just put exclamation mark /RDBMS/admin/AWR pt.sql or something like that. But since you guys forgot, right? Even that exclamation mark, I thought at least one person will remember. You guys don't remember, so just go back to your notes. It's worst case scenario, we'll do it on Friday.
I have a question.
Yes.
On question, give me 1 second, let me pull it. Okay. So on question 33 or 32 when I was doing the tablespace export.
Mm-hmm.
I did it, but when I came to the import, it gave me an error. And let me read it. It shows that error identifying the file, but I did everything as I've been doing.
It said FRA didn't identify the file.
No, it said error identifying the file, and it shows the file *01 that Oracle could not identify it.
Which file?
Which file? It shows that it is *01.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Okay.
You can see that. Where is that file?
Okay.
Oh, I see. Since it's a transportable table space, right?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Share that.
Okay. So this is the error.
Where is it? Error in identifying file /01/star. Okay. That's for the import?
Yes, that's for the import.
Okay. So if it didn't identify this one, it means it didn't identify any other one. So it didn't identify any of the files. Now let's are those files in caps /radar7 are *01 in caps, or is it lowercase?
They are lowercase. I did it lowercase. Then I said, okay, let me try let me shoot my shot. So I did it almost multiple times.
Try it again. I'm sure lowercase it gives you a different error.
So I did it with lowercase. It still gave me the same error.
It's not lowercase. It's uppercase. I still see uppercase.
No, I know. This one I did it this morning. I said, let me just try it and put it in uppercase.
But *01.dbf is uppercase. *02 is lowercase. *03 is uppercase.
I know, ML. I'm saying this is the last time I tried it. The first time I did it, I put it all on lowercase.
Okay, do it on lowercase again. I want to see it.
Okay. Let me put my script.
Operating system is very case sensitive. Very.
Oh, where's my script? Oh, that's not my script. Okay.
And make sure it's the right dump file, right?
Yes, the right one.
Okay.
Okay, for this remap, I don't know if I got it right, but
For which remap?
this one.
Okay.
And
just about the first one, because the first problem is coming from the files themselves.
Okay.
So don't worry about the other remap. You can even put them on the next line. I saw you remove a semicolon. Then make sure you don't forget that semicolon.
Okay. So let me select. So I'm importing to Heaven.
Okay.
Oh.
You close the string after DB, the fit DB.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't. So that's the same error it comes with.
Okay, now you have a different error. Data file slash Rita slash Evan slash *01 is an incorrect version. Okay, you're still connected to SQL, right?
Yes.
Select from VDollar data file.
Select what name?
Yeah, from VDollar data file. Data file.
Oh. No, that's it.
Okay, exit. Can you list the directory slash Radida slash heaven?
Yep.
What was the status of the files when you copy them from one directory to the other?
It was read only.
Okay. List slash Radida slash heaven. Okay, you have them. You sure they were read only?
Yes, they were read only.
Did you put them in read only after doing the export or before doing the export?
I put it before doing the export.
And then you copy them after doing the export, right?
Yes.
Because it's saying it's incompatible, which means that the physical files, star 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are incompatible with the files, the metadata of the information you have in the dump file. So they don't match. The metadata in the dump file don't match with the data files. They are incompatible.
So I'll probably need to delete the export I did and do it again.
No, delete those ones.
This one?
Did you put it back in read and write?
Right. Since it didn't work, I didn't bother putting it.
In read and write?
Yes. I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's read and write, delete those ones and copy them again.
If it's what?
If it's not in read and write, delete those ones.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. I was not in the directory. So I was not in the directory. So I should go back and copy it.
Go ahead.
That was a galaxy.
Make sure you first check the status though. Check the status. Make sure you check the status.
Okay, these are the 5. Am I right?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I've checked the status. They're online.
Ah, they're online. And you said they were not. Okay, so they won't be. Are you sure they were not online before you started copying them?
Hold on. You said I should put it in read only, right?
Yes. Put them in read only and do it again.
Okay.
Exporting one tablespace doesn't take too long, so it should be good.
Let me follow that my script. I'll just do it again, try by myself.
Okay.
Okay. Let me stop sharing my screen.
Okay, are we good, guys? Anyone else had a question?
I don't know, how did that backup duplication went?
It's still running. I'm still waiting to see what it says. Anyone?
Nope.
No? Class dismissed. Okay, I'm gonna see what it says. I'm wait to see what it says. I've not heard about Ronaldo for a while now. Where is she? Nobody knows?
Nope.
That's not nice. Because it's
How many people? I guess so many people are now attending, but
She's doing good, Emerald.
Emerald, she's fine.
She's good. She's good.
Okay. Who was that, Bibish? Hey, Bibish.
Hi, Emerald.
How are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm good.
Good to see you. Long time.
Long time no see, right?
Maybe next month. Maybe.
No, you're already, next month you won't meet. You guys will be in, but you won't see me.
Why?
I won't be around. I mean, especially you are doing everything from home, so.
Oh, God knows.
That is good.
Yeah. It's not really good.
You guys are almost done.
By the grace of the Lord.
Amen.
But it's not easy.
No, what happened if someone fails?
What's happening to what?
What happened if someone fails?
Two?
Like if someone
fails
this exam.
I'm not following. What you saying?
What happened if somebody fails?
Oh, that you see that with Prof. I don't know. I can tell.
Okay.
I cannot tell you. Honestly, cannot tell you. Okay, didn't go through. I'm going to try to see what I did differently earlier. I really can't remember what I did. I'll find out what I did differently. To me, I did the same, but it doesn't. But I have to admit that it was a different database. Anyway, I will see. I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
But it's just, I did it differently. But I don't remember what I did. I should have. You should always go to check your notes or do something. Okay. So class is done for today. We're done. We're done.
Thank you so much, Emerald.
Thank you, Emerald.
See you guys on Wednesday. Okay, so on Wednesday.
On Friday, Emerald, not Wednesday.
All right.
On Friday?
Yeah, we will discuss when you guys want to take the exam. Who feels ready for the exam? Who's feeling already? Anyone's feeling ready?
This one, that DB1 questions are coming. I'm like.
Who's feeling 80% ready? Really? 80% ready, no one?
What's the 80, like from question 1 to what?
80 is like from question 1 to 40. That would be 80%.
It depends the time frame now, Emerald.
1 week.
We had 1 week. It's doable.
Who feels ready? Who's like 50% ready at least?
I'll say I'm maybe 50%.
Anita, I think you're like 60 or 70. Maybe even 80. You guys can handle it. It's just because, you know, it's coming, but I can assure you that this exam, same thing is coming. It's not, you guys won't have any surprise. You guys won't have.
The thing with this exam is that you must be able to answer all the questions, because if you fail to answer maybe question 1 or question 2, the next question down is going to haunt you.
But it was the same in DB1, right?
No, but this one.
So when and failed the export, and then they were surprised they couldn't do question 28, 29, because it was asking for those tables imported.
Especially me.
So it's normal, right? It's part of the It's part of it. So it's normal. Just make sure you pay attention, you know, and that's how you learn. The more you troubleshoot, the better you get. That's all.
Ça va. Ça va aller.
I know you guys can handle it. I'm not worried. Ça va aller. Exactly.
Ça va aller. Ça ira.
Who speaks French? Emma, do you speak French?
Of course I speak French.
I thought as much. You're awesome.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Okay, yeah.
Guys.
Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you.
Thank you so much.